As a child, I loved playing Rampage. I didn't get to play arcade games a lot, but Rampage was always around. It was easily accessible, and it had these giant monsters tearing down buildings. Loved it. As an adult, as a gamer, I've now got Rampage in a board game format. I've got King of Tokyo. Let's take a look at how it plays, and I'm going to tell you my final thoughts on the game.
Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge
We're going to take a look at King of Tokyo. Now, personally, here's the rule book. I kind of find the rules to be quite a mess, and it looks jumbled up. You do have a picture of setup, which is nice, but there is just everything everywhere. Luckily, this game is very easy to learn and to teach. Otherwise, I mean, it's just a complete mess. But you can definitely learn the game from it. It just takes a little bit longer than it should. So here are the characters you're going to get with the game. You're going to get a character that will be a stand-up on a stand, and you also get a player mat that will keep track of your health and your stars. So you'll lose the game if you ever lose all your health. If anybody gets 20 points, they win the game. So you have Mecha Dragon, the King, Cyber Bunny, Gigazar, Kraken, and Alienoid. So you have these characters. In the base game, they all play exactly the same. There's no difference in between any of these characters. There's an expansion called the Power Up that will differentiate all the characters, but for now, that's all it is. So let's take a look at the Gigazar, which obviously is Godzilla. You have a little turn here, so you have 10 health. If it goes down to 0, you're out. And if all other characters but you are dead, you win. Or this can go up to a max of 20, and then you win the game. So that's how these are going to work. They're very nice, very sturdy. They're not too loose. Very good job. So we're going to play a game here. We're going to play King Kong versus Godzilla. Very easy to play. So you're going to roll your dice. I'm just rolling them here so you can see. There's a few different things you can have on your dice. If you have the claw, that means you can attack. If you're outside of Tokyo, so if Kong is attacking Godzilla, then Godzilla will take the damage. If it was Godzilla rolling it, then every monster who's not in Tokyo will take the damage. Keep in mind there is a Tokyo Bay slot here. There's a second part of Tokyo you can go into, but this is for 5 and 6 players only. So, if you rolled an attack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, if you're Godzilla, you attack everybody. If you're Kong, you would only attack the person in Tokyo. If you roll this 1, if you roll 3 of a kind, then you score that many victory points. There's a 1, 2, and a 3 on it. So if you get 2 3s or 1 3, you score none. The other side of it is the heart. This is how you're going to get your health back. So the number of hearts that you roll is how much health you would gain. Except for if you're in Tokyo. So if Godzilla rolled hearts, they are completely useless to him. But for Kong, they would replay his health, which is very helpful. Now the last side of the die is going to be this electric. And this electric is going to be very, very useful. You're going to collect these little cubes that you'll have, and you'll get 1 for each electric that you roll. In this case, I rolled 2. So I'll be getting 2 electric. Now these can be saved from turn to turn. And what they're going to allow you to do is buy these cards. You're going to have 3 face up to choose from on a given turn. If you buy one, another one will come out. Each of them will have a cost in the top left corner of how much they will cost. So if these 3 were out, I wouldn't be able to buy one because they cost 5, 3, or 8. And I only have 2. But these cards are going to be very, very cool and break the rules of the game. So you're going to have a few different types. There'll be keeps and discards that you'll be able to have. And keeps, obviously, you keep after you've used. And discards is going to be a use once. So let's take a look at some of these. This is a Mimic. This is the 8 cost, very expensive. Choose a card any monster has in play and post a Mimic counter on it. This card counts as a duplicate of that card as if it just had been bought. Spend 1 electric at the start of your turn to change the power you're mimicking. Very cool. Discard. Deal 2 damage to all monsters. Very neat. Discard. Plus 2 stars and take control of Tokyo if you don't already control it. Drop from high altitude. The Eater of the Dead. Keep. Gain 3 stars every time a monster's health goes 0. So as soon as everybody dies, you get more. You can always reroll any 3 you have. When purchasing cards, you can peek at and purchase the top card of the deck. Spend 3 electric to gain a star. So these will just break the rules, and you can buy these You can have any number in front of you. That's how that works, but you'll be spinning this electric to do so. So a very easy game. It's just like Yahtzee. So when you do a roll of the dice, you can lock anything you want, and then re-roll the ones that you don't, and you have 2 re-rolls. So in this case, this 3 would be useless. If I'm Kong, I would attack Godzilla 3 times. If I'm Godzilla, he would attack every other monster 3 times. I would gain 1 electric. If I'm Kong, I can heal 1 heart. If I'm Godzilla, this is completely useless to me. So that's how you play the game. King of Tokyo is one of my go-to party games. This game is fun. People know how to roll dice. They know how to play Yahtzee. They really love this mechanism. They know it. They understand it. It isn't very hard. So a few rules about being in Tokyo. If you're playing 5 and 6, there's Tokyo Bay. And then, if you attack somebody, they can take your spot in Tokyo and that kind of thing. The cards add a little bit extra dimension. If you play with those, which I highly recommend, you only have 3, so you have to explain 3 at a time. People can usually digest that pretty easily. Tokyo is a lightweight game. This is a dice chucker. This is a Yahtzee-style mechanism. It's a really fun game. Very, very rarely does this game ever fall flat. I've actually never seen it, but I guess it has to be humanly possible. If you're looking for a Yahtzee-style game, a dice roller, and you want something easily accessible in a party game format, King of Tokyo is the game for you. This is the best party game Yahtzee mechanic game ever produced, and I stand by that. It does have a big brother, that's a sequel called A King of New York, that adds a couple layers of more things to it, a little bit more complexity to it, but I think that you'll be fine starting the King of Tokyo. The characters can be used in both. I don't see any problems with that, especially if you add in the power-up expansions. But King of Tokyo is the go-to game. This game should be in nearly everybody's collection. I think when anybody comes over, whether it's couples or all guys or all girls or kids or adults, this game is universally loved. I'm going to highly recommend it to you. It doesn't have a lot of negativity to you. For such a light game, the cards can be a little bit for some people that have never played games before, but if you ever played Monopoly before, this game is simpler than that, so I don't think people would have too much of a problem with it. You might have to explain what the dice do. Some player aids would have been nice, or printed out on the little boards that you have to keep track of the health and stuff might have been nice, but within minutes, everybody's going to be able to understand this game. Absolute keeper to me. This should be in your collection. If it's not, really, this is an essential game. It should be in almost everybody's collection. So, highly recommend King of Tokyo. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel. Lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing games.